Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sahabat rahasia Islam dimanapun Anda berada, semoga senantiasa kita semuanya dalam keadaan sehat walafiat. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Sahabat muslim, pada kesempatan kali ini saya akan mereaction sebuah video yang sangat menarik. Video ini menceritakan seorang non-muslim yang memeluk dan mengucapkan dua kalimat syahadat dan insya Allah akan jadi mu'alaf. Lalu seperti apakah videonya? Maka simak video ulasan selengkapnya.
I bear witness
there is none worthy of worship
there's none worthy of worship
except Allah.
except Allah.
And I bear witness
And I bear witness
that the Prophet Muhammad
that the Prophet Muhammad
is his servant
is his servant
and messenger. Are you Muslim already or?
Actually, I've been studying for over 20 years.
Wow!
But
Excellent.
I'm not a Muslim.
Well, today's your day.
Actually, I came to ask three questions.
All right, if I answer your three questions, you're becoming Muslim. How's that?
Very close.
All right.
Well, based on the people of the book, on Adam and Eve,
Okay.
humanity is about 6,000 years old.
We don't believe that Islamically.
But the Earth is proven to be more than 6,000.
Agreed. Dating the earth is not proven from any ayah of Quran or Sahih Hadith. The Bible, for example, has been changed and revised and edited and books added and taken out, that we cannot take it as a reliable historic document, right? So we as Muslims do not give the earth an age, right? We know it's been a lot more than 6,000 years, right? Because even if you go back to the time of Fir'aun and Musa alayhi salam, we're going to be around 5,000 BC. Musa alayhi salam was there because Yusuf alayhi salam's time people had moved to Misr, so that means Yusuf alayhi salam is before that. Then before Yusuf is going to be his father Yaqub, then Ishaq, then Ibrahim. So now Ibrahim alayhi salam is way before to the Egyptian pharaohs and pyramids. So now we're definitely going to go past, way past 5,000-10,000 years, right? Then you got to go before Ibrahim alayhi salam, right? You go all the way back to Idris alayhi salam and Nuh alayhi salam, and then you go to Adam alayhi salam. Who knows? That could be millions of years or hundreds of thousands of years. We don't know, and there's no benefit in knowing. If there was benefit, Allah would have told us, right? But the young Earth theory, which is a Christian concept, is wrong. We got one out of the way. Two more.
Everyone knows that the year is 365 and a quarter days.
Well, in the solar calendar.
Solar year. Why do the Muslims use the lunar, which is
Excellent.
10 days less?
Excellent. We use the lunar calendar because Islam is a very practical religion for all times and all places, right? If you don't know, if you don't have a calendar, if you don't have an app, if you don't have a written calendar, and you want to know what day is it a day of the middle of the month or beginning of the month? Because Islamically we have worship that's tied to it. Like for example, Ramadan or Eid, or this has to do with the calendar, right? So how would we know? Well, the lunar calendar, you can just look up at the moon and know. And that's amazing. So, solar calendar is not like that. You can't look at the sun. You shouldn't look at the sun anyway. But even if you look at the sun, you can't tell whether it's the 14th or the 15th.
And no one has a telescope.
Yeah, I mean, even if you have a telescope, can you tell the date just by the sun, right? Well, you have to have that tracking system. My mother-in-law, she lives in a village, may Allah protect her. She doesn't have a calendar, right? She's in a village, right? And I was there, and talking about Islamic dates, I was just talking, hey, what date do you think it is? And she would look at the moon at night, and she would tell you it's the 14th of the month, of this month. I would look at my app, and she would be right? I tested it. Years later, I went to visit her, and I said, hey, what do you think? What date is it? She looked at the moon at night. She said, it's the end of the month, it's the 29th, probably one more date, there might be, we'll check tomorrow. She was right. So without an education, without any of that, she's from a farming family, all that, right? Just from looking at the moon, she knew the dates. And that's amazing. That's why we use the lunar calendar. Now, for prayer time, we use the sunlight. Why? Because you can look at the shadow and know what time. Right now, if I didn't have an app and didn't know, I could take a stick, put it on the ground, and tell you what time, which prayer time is it. Right? That's why Islam is so practical that for the prayer times, we use the sun's light because you can tell the shadows, and for the dates we use the moon because anywhere in the world and any time you can look at the moon and see which day of the month is it.
Not everyone can use the
solar calendar. Two down, one more. Carry out their daily worships, right? What's stopping you from being a Muslim today?
Well,
I answered your three questions.
Yes.
You've studied Islam for 20 years. You know what aqidah means. Like, that's amazing, right? Many Muslims don't know what aqidah means, right? You know what fiqh means, right? You believe in one God?
Yes.
You believe that God sent us prophets?
Rasuls.
Rasul? Oh, you are Muslim. I can't let you go without shahada. No, there's the 5 greatest of them, but Rasul are many. Anybody who got a Risala will be a Rasul. And Anbiya, all of them being Anbiya. But we'll get into all of that later. You gotta do your shahada first. You know too much. How would you stand in front of Allah knowing all this and not being a Muslim?
So I had these questions that were just lingering in my mind.
All 3 are answered. Any other question you come up with, I promise you I will sit with you. You're in San Diego.
I won't recite the Sahaba unless I'm in the masjid.
What?
I won't recite the Sahaba unless I'm in the...
Recite the Sahaba or Shahada?
Take the Shahada.
Okay. You want to do it in the masjid? Tonight. Masjid Ribad. I'll be waiting for you. I bear witness.
I bear witness.
There is none worthy of worship
There's none worthy of worship
except Allah.
except Allah.
And I bear witness
And I bear witness
that the Prophet Muhammad
that the Prophet Muhammad
is his servant
is his servant
and messenger.
and messenger.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. All right. Ashhadu
Ashadu
an la ilaha
alla ilaha
illallah.
illallah.
Wa ashhadu
Wa ashadu
anna
anna
Muhammada
Muhammada
abduhu
abduhu
wa rasuluh.
wa rasuluhu.
Allahu Akbar. You're Muslim.
Baiklah sahabat muslim dimanapun anda berada, itulah video kali ini yang bisa saya bagikan. Video tentang seorang non-muslim yang akhirnya memeluk agama Islam dan mengucapkan 2 kalimat syahadat. Next, dan tunggu video terbaru dari kami. Bagi sahabatku yang baru menemukan channel ini, jangan lupa dukung terus dengan cara like dan subscribe-nya. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.